This is Chester here to talk to you about taxiing today. Alright, and also, just as a reference for you guys, if you need a layout of the airports and all the taxiways and the identifiers, especially when you're sitting at a terminal, all you have to do is go to airnav.com, type in the airport identifier, and on the right hand side it'll say download file with below a schematic. You'll see a little picture. Click that and it'll open a PDF with all the taxiway numbers, letters, and the runways. Right now I'm sitting at the FedEx Memphis World Hub at Memphis International Airport. As you can see, it's a fairly large airport, 4 runways. Alright, now let's go over the basics. There is taxiways and runways, obviously. And every single time you would request to an airport for clearance to take off, they will give you a series of letters with numbers. Each of those letters signifies a taxiway. Numbers represent adjacent taxiways. Now, let's go ahead and start some clearance going. We're going to request to go depart north.
Memphis Ground, Boeing, November 737 Whiskey with Oscar. Request taxi for takeoff, north departure. Boeing November 737 Whiskey, taxi to and hold short of runway 36 right via taxiway Victor Bravo Sierra Romeo. Contact tower on 128.425 when ready. Memphis Ground, Pacifica 5209er, request taxi
Well, if
to
they let me answer.
Pacifica 5209er, taxi to Gate Charlie 24, using taxiway Mike November Tango Papa 2 Charlie 3 Charlie Kilo Juliet. Taxi to Gate Charlie 24 via taxiway Mike November Tango Papa 2 Charlie 3 Charlie Kilo Juliet. Pacifica 5209er, taxiing hold short runway 36 right via taxiway Victor Bravo Sierra Romeo Boeing 37 Whiskey.
Now what that means is that I am going to go to the runway via taxiways Victor, Bravo, Sierra, and Romeo. Now if you actually look at the map of the airport, you will see there is Victor right below to my south, and then there's Bravo, then there's also Sierra. You have to take that first Bravo followed all the way down to the Sierra. It's kind of a little bit confusing sometimes, but you should get the hang of it once you do it a few times. Now, let's go ahead and start taxiing. I'm going to use this top view because it's probably one of my favorite ways to do this. Alright, now let's go ahead and do a pushback. It's Control P. Oh, I believe it's Shift P then. There we go. Now, you're not always going to see those tugs right in front of you, but since I have everything on max graphics for the ground traffic, you will always see them if you have that setting turned up. Let's go to a different view here. There we go. Now be careful when you're pushing back, because you never know what's behind you, unless you're looking. Alright, now we're pushed back. Now we're just going to give it a little throttle and get some rudder to the right. And give us a little 90-degree turn to the right. Of course, this is a very giant plane, so it is going to turn extremely wide. And that was someone else. Whenever you hear that, and you hear your call sign, always slow down. Always slow down and stop. And respond to the call. Now I have the traffic turned way down, so this isn't very disruptive, but if you have the traffic all the way up, you will have lots of traffic come in front of you. Now we're going to have to make a right turn around this building and another right turn to Taxiway Victor. Kind of tucked away into this little area. If anyone who works for FedEx listens to this, it's kind of funny not seeing cans back here. Of course, it looks like you're going extremely slow, but you're probably going about 30 miles an hour right now.
FSX ground, Pacifica 9350 with Papa, ready to taxi IFR. Pacifica 9350, taxi to and hold short of runway 36 center, using Taxiway Juliet Romeo. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready. Taxi, hold short runway 36 center via Taxiway.
Alright, so we got a right turn coming up, so we have to slow down a little bit. That's possibly one of the best turns I've made, honestly. so you see where you can turn right then left. We are actually going to turn a little left. The taxiway is right in front of us, adjacent to that runway. And from now on, you will be seeing runway markers and taxiway markers, so you'll be able to know where you're going. I actually have a second screen show me the taxiway, so that is a little bit of an advantage. So I'm making a partial left. And then another veer right. And now we are currently on Taxiway Victor. We are out of the parking and gates. On these large planes, you have to swing wide in order to get square with the taxiways. Now, according to my maps, we will be passing Taxiway Yankee. Let's see if that is correct. No, it's going to be X-ray, I believe. Map is a little bit vague. No, it's going to be Yankee. Okay, now you see this little yellow sign ahead of us. Hang on, let's get a little closer so you can be able to see it. That is showing you that it is a Runway Yankee to Victor 1.
Pacifica 5369,
meant to say Victor. It was completely my fault. Now we're turning left onto Victor. Now when you come up to this line intersecting the taxi line, you stop. Make sure that the traffic control is not telling you to stop because of an incoming plane, and then you continue. I currently do not have my instruments for flying, so that's why I'm accelerating so slow. Alright, so now we are on Bravo. Now if you look on the map here, on the website I showed you, this is Taxiway Alpha, which runs, the drawing's a little wrong on the website, but you'll get the idea. You will see. Alright, our next instruction was Sierra, which is coming up to the next left, and then Romeo. And over there is the UPS hub. It's a lot smaller and punier than the FedEx hub. No further comments. And as you see here, here is Sierra. And let's make a left turn onto Sierra. Like I said, the swing line with large aircraft. Alright. Let's see what they said. They said runway 36 right. Which is directly to our left. Well, in front of us and to the left. No, this road is not incorrect. But in real life, this is Winchester Road, and there's a bridge over Winchester Road. They just don't show it in Flight Sim. Pretty wish they would, though. There's an iOS station to your left, and obviously a windsock. Gonna go ahead and speed this up a little bit. And Romeo is at the very end of this runway. Cruising up on Romeo. Oh, you impatient people, I am almost there. This should be Sierra 1. Which it is. No, Sierra 2. Sierra 1 will be next. Sorry, I'm not paying much attention to the taxiing. Should be straighter. And I'm cutting the engines. Up to the runway. Alrighty, let's make a nice left turn and hold short of runway 36 right. Alright, now I'll do my pre-flight checklist. Flaps are working. Spoilers working. Rudders have been working. I saw them when we were moving. Brakes are fine. Gear nominal. Reverse thrusters nominal. Okay, now it's time to contact the tower. Press takeoff clearance, VFR from Memphis Tower.
Memphis Tower, Boeing.
Even though it should be IFR.
Whiskey, ready for departure to the north at runway 36 right. Boeing November 737 Whiskey, cleared for takeoff, runway 36 right, north departure approved.
And
Cleared for
acknowledge.
takeoff, runway 36 right, Boeing 37 Whiskey.
Okay, so we have clearance to lift off. Let's go ahead and get onto the runway. Down 2 notches of flaps, and we are a go. Hold the brakes at full throttle. Release the brakes and let's go. We have liftoff.
Boeing 37 Whiskey, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright guys, if you have any questions, leave me some comments. And if you think I did a good job, also leave me a comment. Alright guys, tune with me next time to show how you do an ILS.